Officer Hinckley and his partner saw a 1992 Honda Prelude near Bonanza and Nellis speed past them southbound. The vehicle had no lights on and had no license plates on it. The officers then pulled behind the vehicle in an attempt to begin to stop it and began to activate their emergency lights. Before the unit could conduct this vehicle stop at Nellis and Stewart, the vehicle fled from them at a high rate of speed. The officers immediately turned off their lights and began to follow at a distance while requesting the assistance of the air unit and additional officers. A supervisor was monitoring this event as it unfolded. Again, to emphasize, the officers did not pursue this vehicle because it was only minor traffic violations, but they followed it from a distance. Prichard eventually ran a red light at Stewart and Sandhill and traveled southbound on Sandhill. The officers following at a distance were able to observe the turning movements of this vehicle, and they followed behind it. The officers were able to locate the vehicle with its lights off, backed into that La Cruz court at Del Amo Drive photograph that we showed you a moment ago. So imagine as they pull into this cul-de-sac there, they pull into the cul-de-sac and they're facing head on to this vehicle that is pointing back towards their direction with no lights on, sitting parked in the court there. Officer Hinckley then positioned the marked patrol vehicle at the entrance to the cul-de-sac and activated his emergency lights and chirped his siren. Officers Hinckley and Terry exited the patrol vehicle as they intended to begin conducting a felony car stop. As Officer Hinckley exited the driver's door of his vehicle, Prichard quickly accelerated at Officer Hinckley. Officer Hinckley was standing next to his driver's door as Prichard accelerated towards him. There was a parked vehicle between the curb and the patrol car. There was approximately 11 feet of distance between the two of them. Officer Hinckley did not have the ability to move out of the direct path of the vehicle, and at approximately 11:19 p.m., Officer Hinckley fired a total of 10 rounds at Prichard and his vehicle as it passed between him and the two vehicles. Prichard narrowly missed hitting Officer Hinckley, and he fled westbound on Del Amo Drive. Additional units arrived in the area and located Prichard near the intersection of Vallejo Avenue and Midas Street and took Prichard into custody without any further incident. Of course, medical attention was summoned to the scene, but Prichard refused any treatment or transport. We were able to determine that Prichard was not struck by any of the rounds that were fired. He did, however, sustain 2 small lacerations from broken glass on his right ear and shoulder. Prichard was booked into the Clark County Detention Center for assault with a deadly weapon, traffic charges, and various outstanding traffic-related warrants that he had.